Based on the bed size and construction material your Murphy bed is made from, determine the appropriate number of springs to install in each mechanism from this chart. If unsure, err on the side of adding more springs, as it is easier to remove a spring rather than add one later on. Now, to start, get out one of the bags of springs and the left mechanism. When installing the springs, adjust the tension bar to make sure it is properly aligned with the opposing side. Now it is important to note that the hook end of the springs have slightly different ends. The end with the smallest opening is installed under the upturned edge of the mounting plate. The hook with the larger opening is installed on the tension arm side. The hook end should always be facing upwards. Determine the center line for the springs. This will be your starting point. If installing an odd number of springs, start installing from the center line. For us, we'll be installing 9 springs per side, so take your first spring and count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the center line. If you are installing an even amount of springs, leave this center spring out. Hook your first spring into the mounting plate, lay the spring down, and slide it under the matching hole on the tension arm. For this next stage, you may find it easier to slide the spring hook under the tension arm if you pry the tension arm bracket upwards with a wooden wedge, pump pliers, or similar device. Continue this process with the next spring, working your way out from the center line, alternating top and bottom until you have installed the correct number of springs for your size of bed. Once completed, make sure that all the springs are installed correctly. Adjust the tension arms on both mechanisms to make sure the springs are properly installed. Repeat these steps to install the springs on the right lift mechanism. Use the same number of springs and the same configuration on both lift mechanisms.